Last week, legislator Yang Renfu compiled a batch of news reports that he believed reflected negatively on indigenous people, delivering it to the National Communications Commission. Yang criticized that the media for discriminating against and disrespecting the indigenous people. He demanded that the NCC take disciplinary action against the relevant media agencies. The NCC says if the media reports were unsubstantiated, those involved would be fined up to $1 million NT dollars.
山区逮捕到了3位原住民父子，发现他们非法持有猎枪，而且猎杀的是保育类的长鬃山羊。
In 1998, 3 men were arrested for hunting illegally. Some news channels identified the men as indigenous without verification. This March, when the legislator lowered the price of red label rice wine, a publication used the headlines, "Indigenous people can afford red label once again." Scholars criticized this as feeding into stereotypes about indigenous. During a legislative session, legislator Yang Renfu demanded that the National Communication Commission take action against media agencies that perpetuate such stereotypes.
NCC 并没有落实
Disciplinary action has not been implemented. Television stations are profiting at the expense of the indigenous. I demand that the head of the NCC, as well as its members, take the necessary actions.
Yang requested that media agencies be fined for stereotyping the indigenous or running unsubstantiated news reports. In response, the NCC said it will request that journalists undergo training. The NCC said it will issue a fine of up to $1 million dollars for reports that show intentional bias, major offenses, and lack of fact-checking.
If the media runs unsubstantiated news reports or engages in the ridicule of the indigenous, of course we'll take the legal action. According to Section 3 of Article 17 of the Satellite Radio and Television Act, the broadcasting company can be fined between 100,000 NT dollars and 1 million NT dollars.
The NCC intends to take disciplinary action against any false claims while encouraging the public to report incidents of discrimination or stereotyping on its website. The NCC also said in the future it will consider hiring indigenous people so as to incorporate their voices into the commission. TITV Weekly.